Hello everyone, let's solve this question which is based on corrosion. From the following, select the one which is not an example of corrosion. Rusting of iron object, that is definitely an example of corrosion because iron reacts with O2 in presence of water. The source of water could be moisture in the air or rainwater, etc., and that would oxidize the iron to iron 3 oxide. This is iron 3 oxide. Let's balance the equation. We have 3 oxygen atoms, so therefore let's put 2 so that it would become 6. We can put 3 in front of O2 and we can put 4 in front of Fe. So therefore that is not our correct answer. Production of hydrogen by electrolysis of water. Water splitting is an example of electrolytic cell, isn't it? Because the E cell standard value for this is minus 1.23 volt, which means the reaction is non-spontaneous, highly endothermic. So therefore, unless we supply an external voltage, power source, electrolysis is not going to happen. So therefore, this is not an example of corrosion, which means option 2 is our correct choice. And then tarnishing of silver, that is definitely an example of corrosion because silver reacts with the H2S, hydrogen sulfide, and gives silver sulfide, Ag2S and H2. This forms a black film known as tarnish. So therefore, this is an example of corrosion. And then finally, development of green coating on copper and bronze ornaments. That is also an example of corrosion because copper reacts with O2 in presence of CO2 and water and forms copper carbonate, basic copper carbonate, that is Cu2CO3 OH twice. This process is called patina. This destroys the copper and bronze ornaments, just like what happens to iron, and therefore this is called corrosion because here too copper is getting oxidized. From 0 it is going to plus 2 oxidation state. So therefore this is definitely an example of corrosion. Therefore option 2 is the only correct choice here because production of H2 by electrolysis of water is just an example of electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cells always requires external voltage for the reaction to occur because they are always non-spontaneous.